It was a letter buried in the back of an old drawer, faded, fragile, and trembling with secrets. Mira had never seen her mother cry, not even at her father's funeral. But the day she found that letter, she finally understood everything. Mira had grown up in a small coastal town where life moved with the rhythm of crashing waves and sea breezes. Her father, Armin, was the town's lighthouse keeper, gentle, quiet, and deeply in love with her mother, Zoya. At least that's what Mira believed all her life. Their home, perched on the cliffside, was a quiet place filled with books, seashells, and laughter. But something had changed after her father's sudden death 2 years ago. Her mother became colder, almost distant, locked inside a sorrow Mira couldn't unlock. Mira, now 23, returned home from university during her final break. She had come back with a plan to convince her mother to finally let go of the grief, maybe travel together, maybe even sell the house and start somewhere new. What she didn't expect was the letter. It was hidden in her father's old desk, behind the bottom drawer that stuck every time she tried to open it. When it finally gave way, a yellowed envelope slipped out, addressed to Zoya Malik, "Do not read until after I'm gone." She stared at it for hours, torn between guilt and curiosity. But something in her heart whispered that this letter was the key to the silence that had hung over their home like a shadow. That night, unable to sleep, Mira did what she had never done before. She opened it. The letter began simply. "My dearest Zoya, if you are reading this, I am no longer by your side. But I have always been with you, in every silence, in every storm." What followed wasn't just a goodbye. It was a confession. Her father had known for years that he was ill, diagnosed with a heart condition he kept hidden. But he had also carried another secret, one that shook Mira to her core. He had once been in love with another woman before meeting Zoya. A woman who was supposed to be Mira's mother. Zoya had married Armin knowing this truth. The other woman, Sarah, had been Zoya's sister. The two had been close until Sarah died in a tragic accident just weeks before she was to marry Armin. In his grief, Armin had pulled away from everything. But it was Zoya who brought him back, quietly, patiently, offering not just her love but her strength. Over time, love grew, not from fire, but from warmth and trust. But some wounds never healed. Armin's guilt, his grief over Sarah, and the burden he placed on Zoya haunted him silently. He had never meant to replace one sister with another, yet that's what it felt like, even to him. He ended the letter with a final wish: tell Mira everything. She deserves to know where she comes from, not just from blood, but from love, sacrifice, and the courage you've always had. Mira didn't sleep that night. Her entire identity felt shaken. Was her mother's love a second choice? Was she the child